Week 1 of Athletes Unlimited saw history made. 44 players from around the globe added the new United States Pro League to their resumes. World and Olympic champions have brought their experience to this one-of-a-kind league. Tonight, 4 new captains lead their squads into battle. Betania De La Cruz, Karsta Lowe, Leah Edmond, and points leader Jordan Larson continue to vie for the Athletes Unlimited individual title. The fierce competition of Week 1 brought you aces, kills, blocks, digs, pancakes, and chicken wings. We serve up another helping right here, AUProsports.com. Team De La Cruz takes on Team Lowe. Tonight's match is presented by Mariner Wealth Advisors. Well, look at Dallas's Fair Park Coliseum. Used to hearing the pounding of hooves, heard the pounding of volleyballs. This is match number 1 of weekend number 2. Team De La Cruz takes on Team Lowe. Welcome inside, everybody. I'm Kevin Barnett, joined by my partner, 2-time national team captain, Salima Rockwell. Salima, here we go, launching into Week 2. What do we know before match number 1 of Week 2 we didn't know when we opened this league 1 week ago?
Well, there's so much we learned about individual match play and really what was going to happen when the lights turned on, how each player was going to respond, and which way could they generate the most points. And that's what you saw played out in the draft on Tuesday.
Points play such a pivotal role. We will get you to that. First, if you weren't with us last week, what is this league all about? First of its name, first of its kind. A little overview of what Athletes Unlimited Volleyball looks like. 45 world-class players. We will draft every week. We do that on Tuesday nights at 5 o'clock local time. An individual championship, your first action to your last action, determine that. You, the fan, for the first time, have input on how this league gets scored and who the champion really is. Mention those points. There are win points for the team that are on the line, 40 points for a set, 60 for the overall win, 180 total available in any one match. The MVP points, a culmination of the athletes voting and you, the fan, voting, and the individual points, we will dig into that throughout. All right, we have 4 new captains. Excited to be a captain is an Olympian and an Olympian to be, again, Betania De La Cruz, top outside hitter in terms of kills last week, Salima.
Well, if you watched Betty De La Cruz, you understand why she was one of the top points leaders last weekend. She has a wicked arm that's heavy and she can score, but it's not just her arm that carries her. She has a wealth of international experience that's going to help this team tonight. She's also a mom, so a little shout out to Fair Isaias Mejia De La Cruz, who is at home. Hope Fair is tuning in to watch mom in her first trip as captain. 2019 Pan American gold medalist. Olympic team in 2012. They would lose in the crossover to the United States. Has played all over the world, plying her craft as a professional volleyball assassin. So she's been at it a long time. On the other side, 14 Lowe, Karsta Lowe, newer to the international game. She's newer to the international game, but you really can't tell when you watch her play. Karsta Lowe, this UCLA grad, Olympian, has done everything in her short professional time. She's got a whip of an arm, and there's a reason she was one of the captains chosen for this week.
You're going to see a fast set overhead to the left-hander who came out of UCLA, 2-time All-American there, rose right through the ranks internationally, becoming a 2016 Olympian. For Team USA, took home a bronze medal. She'll also take it Settlers of Catan, so she's got you covered in a number of ways. Looking forward to seeing her and her team take the floor tonight. We let you know who the league is overall. What about the players? We mentioned world-class, 6 NCAA titles, 5 Olympic medals, 2 of those being gold. And players have traveled more than 60,000 miles to get to Dallas for this league. Hey, we've told you about it. Let's hear it in Karsta's own words.
Woo! Let's go, crush! No, but I was thinking if I wrote a note that said I have a crush on you. Like, no, but what if someone was like, is this just for me? Taylor, were you 17 in college?
Yeah.
So was I.
Wait.
Oh.
No, I was 20.
It's never available, but like 25. But I've always been something different overseas.
Yeah, me. Like
I've been like
every
9,
year.
11.
I've been 9 too.
Really?
Athletes Unlimited Volleyball is sponsored by Guaranteed Rates. Look at beautiful downtown Dallas. Our host through the end of the month. This just week 2 of what is 5 of competition here in Athletes Unlimited. Team Dela Cruz is going to take the floor. They had the #1 pick, Salima. They went Ebony Wannabu.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I'd go Ebony Wannabu as well. She's one of the heaviest hitters that there is in the league. And also to note, Nia Grant is in the starting lineup. She was drafted a little bit lower than Molly Lohman, but she made the lineup this week.
Practice matters is not just about the draft picks. On the other side for the team in orange, Team Low, Simone Abbott, Aaron Fairs, Karsta Lowe. Who are you going to set?
I mean, you choose. I mean, they have firepower from both pins all over the court, so it's going to be exciting to watch these guys unload.
Let's go to one of our young fans to kick it off.
Hi, my name is Emma Arado. I'm 8 years old. My favorite player is Betty De La Cruz. I would pick her for MVP.
So there's one vote. Betty De La Cruz is 1 vote ahead, and we haven't even started. Thank you, Emma. We are ready for set 1. Salima Rockwell, and I'm Kevin Barnett. We are wandering around on court level for this one. Underway. Outside, Betty De La Cruz, and that one is rejected by Corey Crocker, #1 blocker in the league through week 1.
Well, I'm expecting to see a lot of that tonight from Corey Crocker. She really stepped up and showed everybody just how good she is at the net.
Corey Crocker serve, and that'll be on the right side, and De La Cruz goes high immediately. Defense can't handle it. A lot of heat coming from Cruz. You will notice that is an international level arm. De La Cruz goes jump serve majority of the time. Low. No swing here from McClendon. Quick into the middle and deep corner is good for Lauren Gibbemeyer, Team USA player for much of her career. The 13th player on the roster in 2016. So one of the Olympic alternates for that Olympic Games held in Rio. Karsta Lowe back to serve. Another opportunity. Converted again. Team Low 3-1.
When it's really the serving that's kind of getting Team De La Cruz a little bit off balance right now. Passes are off the net. They're not able to generate a lot of offense, giving Team Low some free balls right now.
Karsta Lowe will step back as far as the floor allows. Wannabu cut shot is no good. The run continues. Now 4-1 to open this first set. Again off the net, McClendon. Fairs is there. Wannabu. Converted again on the right side. Karsta Lowe, captain and helping her team to an early advantage.
Well, and remember, every week, these teams are drafted on a Tuesday. Then they just have a couple of days to work through their lineups.
Lowe again. Well, you could read the ball. McClendon finally rips one down the line, and Team De La Cruz gets a side out.
Much needed side out, but a fast set to the pin. It was really a beautiful play here by Team De La Cruz, getting that space just between the block and the antenna down the line.
Nia Grant, way out. You hate those as a server. You contact it, you know right away.
Yeah, as soon as it hits your hands, you feel it just fly off a bit.
So Simone Abbott will go back to serve out at Northwestern University. Surprised a lot of people when they saw her playing in the Big Ten. Bastianelli back in action this week, goes wide left.
Big swing by Bastianelli, but you see her pushed a little bit to this side of the court and just cuts the ball across her body and misses just wide to the
Do you go right back to the former Illinois star?
And I might go, I might.
Abbott got a piece of it, but not enough. 7-3. This is our first match of 2 on the evening. Remember, we play 2 each night. So glad you've chosen to join us wherever you are in the world. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball from Dallas. I'm Kevin Barnett alongside Salima Rockwell, 2-time national team captain, watching some of the best players in the world duke it out. That one covered. Bruns throws it over. She's in the front row. Good touch through the hands of Abbott. McClendon collects another kill. She's out to a good start.
Deja McClendon, a former Penn State standout, doing a really nice job. That's what she got better at internationally, is learning how to use the hands and hit the ball off the top of the block, especially when it's a nice, well-formed block. Really smart play by Deja.
Back row low, this time out of the middle back, called the pipe. Big high swing snap from Deja McClendon, who showed you some power earlier. There's a little placement.
And when the ball's off the net and she has to take a good look at what she's got defensively, it's a nice chop kind of down the line by Deja McClendon over the top of the block.
I like the way she extended her arm on that, over the top of it. Team low with the pass there, and that was a question, Salima, coming in. Could this group consistently pass and use the middle?
Well, and that's something we just didn't get a chance to see, right? Erin Fairs didn't play a lot last weekend. Simone Abbott had some streaks where she got into herself some trouble, so they're doing a nice job right now handling the ball.
Mentioned this a worldwide audience. Anthony checking in from East Africa. Hope you're enjoying the ball. Lots of good African teams coming out of the zone, trying to qualify for the Olympics and see them at World Championships all the time. Kenya on the women's side has played well as of late.
McClendon's finding this groove here. She's seeing the block. She's one-on-one, has that opportunity, but still is able to tool off the edge of Bruns to the outside.
McClendon, one of those glue players to start last week. Now she's an offensive force in the beginning of this one. Low again, pounded through. McClendon is there. Bruns, Abbott, covered. Bears into the block. De La Cruz said they didn't touch it. Doesn't matter. Play continues.
Keep going. Go to the whistle.
Mars Velez Agosto under it. Again, she's under it. It can't be pushed over. So do you use one of your challenges becomes the question. It looks like no at the moment, although Betania De La Cruz will ask for an explanation. You get 2 challenges per team per set.
She comes away from that, gives the ref a little thumbs up, but they're looking for a no touch at the net there. They don't want to challenge it yet, a little too early right now.
If you're familiar with playing the sport of volleyball, on the women's side, you know this. If you're on the men's side and haven't ever had to pass on a women's net, it is a complete nightmare. I'm staying off the end line right now behind Team De La Cruz. Betania covered, yes, but a lift call on Hunter.
Man, but what a big, huge block by Crocker.
I like this matchup.
I like this matchup
captains.
as well. Getting close to close, pressing over the net.
Bruns goes just long. Taylor Bruns stepped in last week admirably in place of Val Nickel, who was her teammate last week, went down with a sprained ankle, and hope to see her back in the league shortly. But Taylor Bruns came in and it was seamless, the transition.
It really was. I mean, she's an excellent setter. She has a lot of experience and does a really nice job running the offense.
Bruns out of the University of South Carolina. Almost got the Southern California in there. The other USC, as she would tell you. Captain on captain crime, Karsta Lowe.
And another really good matchup here with Karsta Lowe against Betty De La Cruz. You see that she can see the top of the hands, and she just goes for it, hits it as hard as she can to get it skipped deep off the edge of the block.
Hunter will be in the front row, along with De La Cruz and Nia Grant. As Hunter will now transition off that service error to the back row. So back to the front row comes Ebony Wanabu. A top shelf offensive threat, Ebony Wanabu, in week 1. I think a lot of people had forgotten the All-American Texas star, how good she was in Austin. That ball is passed into the Bermuda Triangle. For those that don't know, the Bermuda Triangle is the left front upon receiving, because there's nobody standing there.
There's no one there. There's no way to track this ball down. And this ball that Kelly Hunter is serving from her zone 1 to Aaron Fair's zone 1 causes
You're going to need some deep sea sonar equipment to see if you can find it. High ball. Missed. That early run now erased by Team De La Cruz. We are 11-10 low with the 1-point advantage here in set 1. I thought these teams, top to bottom, all 4, were pretty evenly matched this week.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I think you're going to see this with the service pressure. So tough servers, getting players out of system and off balance.
Both liberos making plays. The left hand finds the floor. Karsta Lowe with another kill.
It's a really nice shot by Karsta Lowe. You can see that Ebony Wanabu and Kelly Hunter were kind of in that no man's land in between one another, still trying to figure out who's going to play what ball over there on the right side of the court.
Salima, you're not in no man's land, are you? Where are you right now?
I don't know. I'm over on the side somewhere.
Salima's on the side of Team De La Cruz to the left of the left front hitters. I'm over to the right as that ball goes long, just cruising near the bench. How critical are the reserves and their energy, Salima?
You know, it's so important in the sport of volleyball to have everybody. You're only as good as every player on your team, so they need to bring the energy, be ready to play too. You never know what's going to happen, so they have to be ready to come in at any moment.
And we saw that last week with changes with the 6-2 as well as injuries. As De La Cruz unloads on another, almost an ace. Abbott out of rhythm. That's not the Simone Abbott we saw last week and through preparations for week 1.
No. Again, she's finding her way here through this match, but Betty De La Cruz with this lethal jump serve.
Dalia Rosado, the libero for Team Lowe. Another one into the gap, handled perfectly and sided out. I like the passing so far. I like the passing for Team Lowe. I'm impressed overall.
I'm super impressed that she was able to handle this ball. I mean, the trajectory, the heat was behind it. It didn't really move on her that much, so she just stuck it in, absorbed the ball a little bit.
Remember, this is the rotation where Lowe had so much success. Long, well, that was a good-looking swing, but it is just out. And a touch called, so it went off the fingertips and out of bounds. That will be point De La Cruz.
That touch was called right away. I'm kind of standing right behind the lunge. I saw it myself. And you can see this big swing just off the top of the block. Sometimes it's hard to see live, but she definitely got it.
Molly Lohman checks in to serve. Middle blocker had starting duties last week, suffered a sprained ankle. Yeah, Abbott to the ground, but a perfect pass has Lowe in rhythm.
Well, that's that speed of the ball that Karsta Lowe likes. Ball's just there, fast enough. She can get on that first step as soon as it touches the setter's hands.
I'm just going to join Team Lowe right now on their bench next to head coach Jamie Morrison. He's used to orange, 2-year head coach of the Netherlands. Low again down the line. Jamie Morrison, how do you feel about your team's start?
I thought we got off for a hot start and then kind of cooled off a little bit in the middle, and hopefully we're heating back up right now. So,
how about your passing so far? That was one question we had coming in.
Yeah, I think it's been great. There was one little hiccup in the middle. I thought that's where we got going, but we just talked about being good over the match, and I think we've been good. So,
Jamie Morrison, head coach for Team Low in this week. Facilitators, coaches, they have second word. The captains determine everything, but they're here to help with practices and matches. All of our extremely qualified coaches. A couple of Olympians also, Tama Miyashiro and Taiba Hanif.
This is a nice shot. Cross court by Deja McClendon. You see Fairs get out of the way thinking it's going out of bounds.
Taiba Hanif Park coaching Team Dela Cruz this week. Left-hand Awanabu is under the ball. Lowe has been on the spot with the covers, but that one is straight down. McClendon with the right hand.
I like the repeat set on the other side of the net, but a really nice job by McClendon and Bastianelli getting hip to hip, closing the block. You can see Lauren Gibbenmeyer is just not happy with herself on that swing.
Oh, as a hitter, when that happens, you'd love to get the ball back. Bad pass saved by Bruns. Tip finds the floor.
And that's that glue you're talking about. This is somebody that can do it all. She can hit hard, hit nice shots, and tip the ball over top of the block as well.
So neither team has called a timeout. We go to the technical timeout at 16:15 in set number 1. I'm Kevin Barnett. You're also hearing two-time national team captain Salima Rockwell from Dallas, Athletes Unlimited Volleyball. The second week of what is 5 weeks of play. The individual championship to be handed out at the end of March. We have a little insight into the draft process. It's unique for the athletes every time. Let's check in with our guaranteed rate draft recap featuring Betania de la Cruz.
Bueno, mi estrategia fue escoger un equipo equilibrado en todas las posiciones y un equipo que tenga deseos de ganar, un equipo que se divierta y escoger a Ebony como primera. Creo que es una muy buena opción ya que ella es muy buena opuesta y necesitaba equilibrio en las dos esquinas.
And that was your guaranteed rate draft recap. Our drafts happen every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Central Time. They're on Facebook Live. You can check them out. If you're on Facebook Live right now, it's easy. You come to the same spot. I'm Kevin Barnett. Salima Rockwell is also down with me here on floor level. We're calling this match In the Game. I'm on the surface right now. This is innovative stuff happening with Athletes Unlimited. Salima, what is this allowing you to do being down here on the floor?
Well, the coolest part is you can really see how plays develop and really what the defense is looking at. I mean, that's what I like to see is where the ball is going, where to line up defensively, and you can really get a good view of that from this level and this area on the court.
The presenting court sponsor for Athletes Unlimited is Geico. In our first weekend, we had one team. It was Team Sebelden, captained by Liana Sebelden, who will be in action in our second match of the night. They went 3-0. It's almost inconceivable that one of these teams goes 3-0 this weekend. So evenly matched, and we have had even play here in the first. 16-15 Team Dela Cruz now with a 1-point advantage, and Ebony Wanabu to serve. Outside hitters yet to get going for Team Low. Oh, but you might do it with a block. Aaron Fairs with the left hand.
Take it with the block. Take it with the block. You see that left hand press over. It's a perfectly timed block. Pressing back right into the middle of the court.
Lauren Gibbenmeyer will now step to the line. Longtime professional, one-time star at Minnesota. That one was tough. Fell off a shell, but it doesn't matter. Wanabu converts it off the outside edge.
Well, and this is why Betty De La Cruz drafted, Ebony Nwanobu first. I mean, this is what she can do. She can score out of system, in system, and clean up anything that you need.
She might have recruited her. It's not illegal here. There's no violation to be had.
You're right.
Taiba Hanif Park, head coach for Team De La Cruz. What do you see so far that you like from your crew?
I really like that we're going after them serving tough. I think we need to pick up our energy a little bit more, though. We started off slow. We need to get a block on Karsta, and hopefully everything will even out a little bit. But ooh.
There's your block coming alive. Ooh. Yeah, and Karsta kind of got you early. And they've been passing fairly well. Who was your target? Who do you want to hit with the serve?
We're kind of evenly distributed between Simone and Aaron right now, but just kind of a low, flat, deep serve to either one of them.
Two-time Olympian, two-time silver medalist Taiba Hanif Park coaching Team De La Cruz here in set one.
Looks like we have a challenge on the floor.
Well, get in there, Lima. Get in the challenge booth.
I'm going. I'm not that fast. I mean, I have my tennis shoes on, so I'm gonna make.
I thought you were quicker than you look right now. You look really slow right now.
Well, I'm looking. Oh, there he's back.
I mean, I remember you being a lot quicker.
Shut up.
You and I joined the national team in 1997. Well, I joined. You were already there.
I'm still fast.
There we go.
I'm going. I'm making my way. No pressure. No pressure. I'm just gonna watch and see.
We'll put Selima Rockwell in the booth to determine the replay here. You carry it, Selima. What are we looking at? Being in the booth should improve your odds here.
So it looks like we're trying to see. Wasn't sure if there was a touch at the net or. So I think we're trying to dial it back a little bit because this isn't quite the play they're looking for right now. They're looking to see if we can get a clarification on what we're looking at here. So,
any clarification over there?
Well,
sounds like a tough call.
She's telling them to kind of keep rolling it back a little bit. I'm not sure if we're looking at exactly the right play quite yet. Okay, so now we're looking at the attack, I believe, by Deja McClendon. That's the question. That's the calling question. Did she touch the line or jump over the line? We're still working through it over here, Kevin.
All right, well, we're waiting for a decision. I'm getting back on the bike here. I don't want to get cold here in set number one.
You probably shouldn't do that. You probably should.
So I'm on the Team De La Cruz bench.
You already did your workout this morning.
Making sure that I'm ready. Yeah, I was in there at about 5:30. I don't know where you were. And celebration ensues for Team De La Cruz. So Deja McClendon will go back to the line. And I'm hitting about 255 watts of output.
Are you sure? Looks a lot slower than that.
18-16, set number one. Remember, we play 3 sets and that's it. No best 3 out of 5. Ace service there. You heard Taiba Hanif Park talking about it. That was the plan. Get to him with service.
Well, in the serve here, when you're serving the passer hitter, we call this a line-to-line serve where Deja McClendon, we'll get back to it, where she lines up to serve this ball.
Timeout called at 19-16. We have had close action here in the first set. Kevin Barnett alongside Selima Rockwell. And before we came here to Dallas, we asked the athletes about their causes. The athlete causes, each one of them chose one, allows athletes to play for their season in part for the benefit of a nonprofit organization of their choice. At the end of the season, the Give Lively Foundation will make a grant equal to 50% of the athlete's end of season bonus to their nonprofit partner.
I chose to support 1% for the planet because the environment is really important to me. I love to be outside in nature, and I think in order to have a successful long-term future, the world has to be inhabitable, so we have to do a little bit more.
Amanda Peterson, who we're hoping to see in a backup sub role right now, a backup setter spot.
She hasn't had the opportunity yet to really make herself known, but we've seen her a little bit in practice, know what she can do.
Look at some of the athlete causes that are out there. Nia Grant for the Trumbull Family Fitness Foundation. Rainbow Connection, Ali Bastianelli. And a lot of fantastic causes that are going to be benefited by this league and the play of these players. There's a look at Amanda. Amanda Peterson, originally out of Glen Ellen, Illinois. She said she really likes sports because they can be a catalyst for the world, and I wholeheartedly agree. I think there's example after example in history of that.
Well, it brings people together, right? I think, you know, forget about your differences and focus on your similarities and competition and what you do. So
I'll tell you about a difference, Salima. The offensive output of Deja McClendon in this match is higher than last week.
Well, and I tell you, they're counting on her a lot right now. I mean, I don't have the stat sheet in front of me, but she's getting a ton of swings and producing right now.
Doing a nice job from the service line as well. Her run continues. 2016. That one's out. So Bruns back to the service line. Could be 3 good rotations as Team Lowe looks for a rally here in set 1. 40 set points on the line. And a service will do it. That'll be a plus 12 as well. So plus 12 individual points and one step closer to a possible plus 40 for everybody if you win this first set. Remember, there are 180 team points available in every match we play. So a greater percentage of your points overall in the championship will come from team points and individual stats. That ball's tight. Pushed right through low by the veteran De La Cruz.
I've seen her do that quite a few times during this league. She's really good at handling a tight ball and either just muscling it through or tooling off the edge of the block.
So what can be a difficult row 1, Carcelo lined up to run to that right side, Salima.
Yep, you're going to see Carcelo come from the right side of the court all the way across behind the court to get herself in position to try and hit.
Bad pass, another ace serve. This one from Ali Bastianelli.
Well, and Ali Bastianelli doing a nice job driving this ball deep to the passer hitter. So Erin Fairs is over there getting ready to pass the ball, and she wants to drive her as far back as possible.
Ali will give you an ace serve and then a roundhouse kick. Don't mess with her. Been doing karate since the age of 5. That one just long. But right in that same gap, that thing was breaking to the left side of the passer.
Well, and that's kind of what you call a good miss. She's driving it deep, forcing them to think about it a little bit. Already got 1 point going, so I like the service pressure from Team De La Cruz right now.
Odina Alieva checks in, number 90. Didn't see enough of Odi last week. Played in Azerbaijan, native of Uzbekistan. Dump picked up by the other setter, outside. That was actually Nia Grant who got stuck out there. She's back in the middle. Wanabu's still on that right side. Dueling opposites, Carcelo scores it. 22-20 De La Cruz still holding on to that 2-point advantage.
And that's that same swing, and De La Cruz doing a nice job getting to the line, getting a nice touch, and middle back can just chase that ball down.
Short serve handled well. Good touch. Do you go the opposite again? No. Set over is good. Clever.
Wow.
That's a hero or zero play.
Exactly. Yeah, that's either you're going to pay for it. I mean, she's facing the other side. It's a random dig. She's kind of coming in there. No one's expecting it on the other side of the net. She just sets that ball over.
Oh, Banton enjoyed that one. So many of these women are citizens of the world. Taylor Bruns spending a lot of time in Sweden. Fiance Anton.
With the point for Team Dela Cruz. Kelly Hunter now serving.
That ball called down. A little discussion going on as to whether they want to challenge, and you have it, so it's 23-20 in the set. You may as well use it at this point, huh, Salima?
Well, and that's kind of what Corey Crocker said to Carcelo. She pointed at the score when they were trying to figure it out, and then Carcelo just patted herself on the head. So now I believe this is a question of if Ebony Nwanabu was over the line on that back row swing.
I'll race you.
Where are you? Oh, no. I'm so going to beat you. You're not going to beat me.
Kevin Barnett alongside Salima Rockwell right down on
Closing
game
in.
surface.
Closing
and now in the replay booth. It's getting crowded in here.
It is. There's a lot of us.
23-21, set number 1. Team Dela Cruz +2 with perhaps 2 to go.
Well, and this is one of those sets. You know, every point matters. Every little thing matters through the course of the match. You're trying to win the overall points. So extending this by 2, Dela Cruz wins by 4 or by 2, it's a big difference.
I'll give a look at it there. Definitely clear of the line is Ebony Nwanabu. And that ball is down. Yeah, that was quick. That was easy.
Yeah, that was easy. We should come over here more often.
I think I saw an easy button. I think somebody just punched that thing and we're back on to play. Team Low trying to get it. They're going to be disappointed here.
Yeah.
Worth a shot, though. You have 2.
Absolutely.
May as well use them.
You have them. We'll see if Kelly Hunter goes after Adina Alieva. She's just been in the game, you know, maybe a new target, or the passer hitter, Simone Abbott.
So Alieva stays, and she does pass. Good pass. Low. Blocked. No, just inside. Yeah, that's if you go sit on the end, you're not sure sometimes.
It's hard to tell. She snuck that ball through there.
And I'll tell you, that's why the players try and sell it the way they do. You'll see them on both sides when that ball goes down sometimes. Inside of a block, you'll see both sides try and sell it to the refs. Before we had replay, that was, you know, you could sell someone a 74 Pinto. Low again, had a heck of a first set, dug by McClendon. Crocker, some nice D. Oh, and right on top of the tape, confusion reigning. What do you think happened there, Salima?
I'm really not sure. I was kind of right behind Nia Grant, and it was hard to see what was going on right in front of me.
Yep. If you are on the floor behind Nia Grant and Ebony Nwanabu, that's like standing right next to a skyscraper.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be seen. On this side, it looked like Lauren Gibbemeyer got in there to try and hit that ball, except Taylor Bruns was standing there as Betty De La Cruz looks for set point. 40 points, perhaps on the serve. Oh, look at Lowe.
Wow.
Did not hear Bruns, was trying to pass that ball up. Bruns got a hold of it, and Lowe went and hit it.
Wow, that was an unbelievable play. And you saw Deja McClendon right after the play just kind of pat her chest like, my bad, I should have jumped or expected that.
Team Lowe needs 1. Second set point for Team De La Cruz. Nwanabu takes it home. The deuce set is concluded 25-23. It was a quick start from Team Low. Team De La Cruz a little steadier through the middle and end. So 40 team points go to Team De La Cruz. And look at the points here. Each set is worth 40, so we'll get through set 1, set 2. We've given out 80. There will be 100 points left to go when we get to that third set. It'll be the overall match, the aggregate score of all 3 sets, plus that 40 coming from set 3. And we saw in week 1, Salima, we had definite team success make a huge difference on the scoreboard. Karsta Lowe, captain for the first time. It was a stressful draft, but she has played well in this first set. Her team comes up just short. Set number 2 on the way. De La Cruz taking on Lowe, match 1 of 6, weekend 2, Athletes Unlimited Volleyball from Texas. Tonight's game is presented by Mariner Wealth Advisors. A beautiful look inside Fair Park Coliseum as set one concluded. Team Lowe loses 25-23. We have Captain Karsta Lowe. Karsta, your team got off to a quick start there. What happened in the middle?
Yeah, I think we fell off a little bit with passing. I think it's really small things that we can clean up and, swinging away and staying aggressive despite any misses, just bouncing back really quickly, I think is going to be how we bounce back from that first set loss. You're put in the captain's position here for the first time. How do you, as the captain, as the leader this week, help to make that happen in set two? How do you bounce back? Yeah, I think, helping morale as much as possible and, really instilling the faith that I had in the players, why I drafted them, and keeping that up no matter how it goes. I'm still here. I still believe that we can do this, and I have faith. All right. Thank you, Karsta. Thank you. Navigating the Win presented by Mariner Wealth Advisors. First set was an offensive one for Deja McClendon. Salima Rockwell, she was a force.
Well, Deja McClendon started off just a little bit slow and then really found her rhythm. And they counted on her a ton in this set. I mean, not just setting her in system, but out of system. She was doing it from the service line, hitting out of the back row, and really just catapulted this team to that victory.
Look at Deja McClendon, who's getting a little rest. As we look at our Geico leaderboard, see Betania De La Cruz there, and all this is updated right now. So 808 for Betania De La Cruz. That means Wanabu climbed back in there, and Deja McClendon as well, gaining ground.
Well, and that's what you're going to see. Of course, that set win, 40 points. That helps everybody that won that set. And then looking at your individual stats as well, that starts creeping you up in that leaderboard.
We've gotten to know a lot of these players coming into Dallas. Erin Fairs, who's on floor now, she's very organized. I hope you caught the theme here. All of Erin Fair, she catalogs every TV show she watches, where she is in that particular television show, in that series. She's happy to make recommendations. I asked her, all right, what's your top 5? Give me your top 5 all time. And she said, oh my gosh, it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do is try and figure out what my top 5 really are. The former Louisville star out of nearby Houston, Texas. How about that top 5? All right. I'm with you on Ozark. Haven't watched Blacklist. No James Spader unless he's in charge of The Office. Every episode of Family Guy and every episode of The Office, yeah, including the James Spader episodes.
I like them both as well. I'm The Office. If I had to go through all of this, Ozark and The Office.
I was watching The Office last night, falling asleep. I think like most of the world. It streams something like 52 billion minutes a year. As you look at Erin Fairs, number 11, it looks like she will stay on the sideline here for set number 2. And we will get our first look at Odina Alieva in the starting spot. Number 90 in orange will start set number 2. So the question is, if you're on Team De La Cruz, do you go for her or do you stay with Simone Abbott? How do you change up your service?
Well, I think you keep the pressure serving them deep and serving the passer hitter deep. That means when Alieva is in the left front, you're going to serve her deep some and Abbott. I think you just kind of mix it up and see where they are. You don't really have anything to go off of at this point to say otherwise.
Odina, a veteran of the pro leagues there in Azerbaijan for a long time, one of the top leagues in the world on the women's side. So Odie back to serve, scored a few points last time she was back at the line, did Team Lowe. And we will get underway here in the second set. Kevin Barnett alongside Salima Rockwell, two-time national team captain. Betty De La Cruz, the Olympian, collects the kill. Betty De La Cruz, an Olympian in 2012 and For just the third time, Dominican Republic has qualified for the Olympic Games in Tokyo.
You'll see them start in rotation 1 where they keep Betty De La Cruz on the right side. And she's good from the right and the left, hitting off the top of the hens again. She sees the block.
Yeah, she's good from anywhere in the back row, too. I'll set Betty De La Cruz anywhere, missed just wide right. If you want to follow her on Instagram, The Big Beth. At The Big Beth. If you want to see more in the life of Betty De La Cruz, international volleyball star. Corey Crocker now hits a flat one. NVA with a perfect pass. Abbott blocked high. McClendon. All right, so already Alieva making a difference in the back row. Runs. Down the line goes low. Karsta Lowe pulling that line. That's something a lot of lefties struggle with.
They do. I mean, it's easy to see that ball come across your body, but she turns it and cuts it all the way across her body to hit that ball down the line.
McClendon soft touch, and Alieva can't quite get there. I think she thought Lowe was going to pick that one up.
Yeah, and those plays are tough because depending on where Lowe is in the right back, she's either in that in-between area and can play it with her hands, and I think that's what Alieva thought was going to happen.
Athletes Unlimited, a completely unique professional league, and you have unprecedented access if you're a member of the Unlimited Club. You can even get in-match check-ins with some of our athletes. That's what's going on right now with Katie Carter over here in the corner. She is checking in with the Unlimited Club mid-match. Answering some questions from you, the fans. You can join the Unlimited Club if you are at any paid level. You can vote for MVP at the end of every match. You can cast your vote for who the best player was, and that will be added into the score along with the player votes. Abbott blocked again. Wannabu Bastianelli.
Man, if you could see that from where I'm standing, unbelievable block. She reads the hitter, drops her hands, dives into that cross court for the stuff.
It has been lights out on that right-hand side for Team De La Cruz. Good pass, back slide is long.
Really nice pass by Abbott to get the offense going. And you're gonna see them run out of real estate a little bit down the line and hit that ball just a little bit too long.
Wannabu again to the line, went to USC first. Pac-12 freshman of the year before transferring to Texas. Abbott gets that one through. Outside Abbott. It is hard to get a kill in this gym. Not for Deja McClendon on that swing.
A couple of really good ups by Evan and Wannabu. Two huge digs defensively by your right side attacker. And then Deja McClendon going high off the top of the hands in the middle of the court.
All right, maybe you look to your captain now. Carcelo comes through on that swing.
Well, that's the play I love when they run the middle, going all the way back for a slide, and you have Carcelo coming in kind of right in between. Makes it really difficult for the blockers to decide who am I going to take when you have an active middle in the front row, and she comes screaming in from the back row.
Nice overhand reception. De La Cruz there, point scoring opportunity for Lowe. Not this time. Wannabu for the defense. Another pancake. But not enough of it. Not even 6'4" Karsta Lowe could get the second contact.
So close. So close. You see them laying out a pancake in the middle of this rally. Unbelievable defense on both sides Like you said, Kevin, it's hard. It's hard to put the ball down in this league.
All right, over here near Team Low, Katie Carter just getting a check back in. She's out talking to the Unlimited Club, now back into the match. Her team trailing by 2. Alieva heats it up through the middle.
That was a blistering swing by Alieva.
She's been saving that one since last Saturday night.
She has been, but it was a perfect pass that created this split in the block for her. Perfect pass. You see that hole in the block, and she just takes advantage of it.
Gibbemeyer collects the ace there. What did that serve do, Salima? Why is a float serve so deadly?
Well, it moves almost like a knuckleball, right? You hit it dead center, and then it just starts taking off on you. It could go side to side, could drop on you as well.
Ooh, that's a drop on you right there.
Yeah. That's a reminder why I don't play anymore.
I think we need an Athletes Unlimited experience. Just have Ebony Wanabu hit at you.
At me? I mean, you see her coming in from this back row attack, full steam ahead with that heat. No, thank you.
Yeah, that's an idea for next year. If you join the Unlimited Club at any paid level, you too can have Ebony Wanabu crush you with a spike.
I have to sign a waiver.
Yeah, that is definitely involved. Bastinelli. Again, close action here. Now tied at 7. We saw Team Low in set number 1 get off to a quick start that was closed by 10. I remember being 10-11 in the first set. And Team Low rallied at the end of the set as well, scored a couple, and it was a deuce set, 25-23. So remember, in the overall, it was +2 coming into this. Low with another nice swing. So right now, De La Cruz is +1 on our big score, on our match score. We play these sets, but the match score is determined by the overall addition of all the set scores. Bruns drives it right down the middle. Wanabu right off of Bruns. Worth mentioning to you, the fan, that we do have a 360 camera set up on court. You can actually watch from the antenna. You can watch these hitters come right into your living room or your phone, wherever you are. That's snap from Nia Grant. Finds the floor at about 11 feet.
You'll see McClenda just handling this ball really well. And Kelly Hunter doing a nice job getting this ball high enough for Nia Grant so she can just get on top of that ball and snap it down.
If you weren't with us right off the start, Nia Grant drafted late, moved up via practice, and got the start. Alieva saves that one. Right side, Wanabu again with the winner. Cross court.
This whole sequence starts with that Betty De La Cruz serve. But Ebony Nwanabu coming in on the right side, seeing just inside the block, hitting it hard, sharp cross court.
De La Cruz played in 9 countries, played a lot in Russia. Jump serve. Again, that right side block is working. Nomaris under it. McClendon. Low. Off the block and out of bounds.
Lowe still swinging away over there, making stuff happen. Team De La Cruz getting in a better position. You're going to see Nia Grant get all the way over there, both hands over, but she just catches that hand a little bit out of bounds.
Conversion opportunity. There's Simone Abbott. Hunter taking one in the chops. De La Cruz also coming out of the back row, but just over.
So remember, that back row attacker has to stay behind the 10-foot line when they are attacking. They cannot touch their toe to that line.
Remember, volleyball all about rotations. You have to be behind the 10-foot line when you attack. When you're in that back row, you have to be in rotation with the person in front of you as well as the people to either side. Lowe pulls the line again. And Karsta Lowe, who used to be all sharp angle, is pulling the line constantly tonight.
Well, and as a blocker, you try to make a decision. Am I going to take line? Am I going to take hard cross court and just leave it? And that's what they're having those discussions. You see McClendon after the play just really getting hit just on the edge of the block, and they're unable to pick it up defensively.
Another opportunity for a point. No. Right into the teeth of that huge block, Grant Wannabu.
Tell you, it's just such a big block on the right side of the court.
Replacing Volleyball to serve for Team De La Cruz.
Lohman checks in again to serve. There's a little inside slide. We saw him working on that in warm-ups.
Well, that's what Lauren Givenmeyer likes to do. She likes to hit off one foot. That's kind of her comfort zone, her bread and butter. So even if it's not behind the setter like you normally see a slide, she's going to go ahead and hit that in front. She did that a lot as a volleyball player at the University of Minnesota as well.
Bastianelli over the top of the block, got just enough of that one.
Serving for Team De La Cruz, number 95, Ebony Wannabu.
Ebony Wannabu, who was trapped overseas when the COVID pandemic began. She left quickly, came back home. Mom put her on quarantine for 2 weeks in a hotel. Her dog had to stay in Italy. Team De La Cruz claiming no touch, but play continues. We might see a challenge here as that ball falls on Team De La Cruz's side.
I mean, I'm standing here over by the Hypervolts in this station, and I kind of saw the same thing. I didn't see a touch on the block, although Betty De La Cruz is asking.
Yeah, we will have a challenge. That might give you a chance to use one of those Hypervolts or maybe a Viper provided by Hyper Ice. Yeah.
One of these. Turn it on.
A little mid-match therapy is always good for you.
Oh, there we go. Oh, my goodness. I love these things.
Athletes Unlimited has done an outstanding job of getting the athletes ready to play. For many of them, of course, been on a break due to the global pandemic. And the ramp up has been important for the athletes to have access to the right kind of therapies. You see them in the Normatec legs all the time. And mid-match, if you want to loosen something up, the tools are available.
This is perfect right now. I might stay here the rest of the time. Let's see what else they got going on.
That's fine. Yeah. Announcers need therapy too.
No, oh my goodness, I turned it up too high. Ah! I haven't used one of these things before. I'm gonna have to mess around with it for a little bit and see.
Lowe, 14, De La Cruz, 12. Challenge as to whether that ball actually did touch the block mid-rally.
Are you seeing that over there, Kevin?
No, I'm getting my shoes cleaned up on the slip knot.
There's some bench action going on here. Hold on a second. Over here on the Team Low side while they're waiting for this challenge.
Is that Foursquare?
I think it is Foursquare. Hold on one second. It is.
That is a little Foursquare action going on.
Version of it. That was out. No touch. No touch. No touch.
Betty De La Cruz can't believe it, but that ball confirmed. It was called correctly mid-rally. So Team Low saves the point, and Abbott will get back to serve.
Gonna ask Corey what she thought about that call.
Karsta Lowe checking the server right now too, making sure that it should be 42 in orange, and it is confirmed. Simone Abbott. And now our referees wanting to make sure that the front row is correct. Mentioned you have to stay in rotation. The referees have to know who is where on the court so they can call you in or out of rotation to begin. Backslide, Bastianelli, popped up. Low. High into the block, that's always a good swing. Reset. Hunter pops it over. Ebony Wanabu's playing some D in that right back. Oh, softly done. Wow.
Lauren Gibmeyer handling that low set that was inside.
It all scores the same. That was a backslide cut shot.
It was. But hey, if it hits the floor, it hits the floor.
McClendon covered. One more time. This time it's a kill.
Yeah, it looks like they called a lift on Gibmeyer, so that carry call, if you hold on to that ball just a little bit too long, they're going to make that call.
(25-23) was our score in the first. 15-13 here in the second, so our overall is tied right now. This match is tied. Odina Alieva with the swing. Good touch by Gibmeyer. Another block. Team De La Cruz is putting up a wall.
I tell you what, Kelly Hunter puts up a big, big block. She either touches the ball, she can slow it down, or she can get a stuff. So you have the huge block by Ebony Nwanabu when she's on the right side of the court. But I tell you what, huge block by the setter, Kelly Hunter, as well.
Kelly Hunter out of Nebraska, and most recently coaching at Nebraska, was on the reserve player list and got called in to be a part of the league right as we started, about a week out, so a little bit of adjustment period for her. A lot of support from John Cook. Said, hey, listen, go play.
Absolutely. I mean, he wanted her to have the opportunity to play, and she didn't get a lot of looks. She didn't play a lot last weekend, so it was a big pick by Betty De La Cruz. That was her second pick from the draft.
There's a return block,
Yeah.
Gibmeyer. And you heard Carstelo between sets say he needed to bring the energy back. They are bringing it back.
I was feeling it myself. I'm fired up right now. I'm flexing a little bit.
Let's take a live look at our Geico leaderboard as we're adding those individual points in there, as well as the team wins. Lots of gifts and goodies distributed by and to the players. Let's see what mystery items they will receive in this batch. The league giving out some swag.
One of the cool things about living in the hotel with all of the staff and all the players is that every once in a while we'll get a little message from the staff saying, hey, we got a little something something for you in the lobby. So in the past that's been a box full of food, it's been some snacks and beer on the Super Bowl Sunday, some swag, some kit, pillow, just all kinds of random stuff. And this time they said it's an item of clothing. So I'm hoping it's something to keep my little mitts warm, so we'll see. Let's go down. Is this the item of clothing?
No, but you missed filming us. We were stuck in the elevator.
What do you mean it's not a full body ski suit?
It's snow pants and a parka.
Oh, I'm
right over there.
Ooh, thank you.
Swag. Hope I can find one.
Wow. Ooh la la. What'd you get?
I don't know.
It's like Christmas every day.
Aw, Cass's poem is on it.
Oh, it's a hoodie.
Just what I need for this weather. Ooh.
Very nice.
Ooh.
And more? There's more?
And a t-shirt. I am limited.
You certainly are.
That, of course, was the talented Key Michael right there. If you want to get some of the same gear, head on over to auprosports.com to get your Athletes Unlimited gear. And don't forget to follow on social at AU Pro Sports.
volleyball.com for exclusive inside content. Go on over, throw emojis all over the screen, whatever you want to do. All right, Dill says he's watching his first AU Pro Sports match today. Thank you for paving the way for my daughter's future in pro sports. Yeah, it's not just volleyball. When you talk AU Pro Sports, it started with softball back last summer. It's going to come around to lacrosse after our league concludes at the end of this month. And then they'll be back around to softball again. Kevin Barnett alongside Salima Rockwell as that ball is going to come free ball back over. Team low with a 2-point lead looking to add. Indeed they do.
Well, when they need a point, you're going to go to Carcelo. Any free ball coming over the net. Want to get her the ball as much as possible.
Scorer. You're listening to two-time national team captain and setter Salima Rockwell, who was the number 13 person for the 96 games. And you were actually at the 96 games, waiting in the hotel in case someone got injured. If there was a reserve player, it was you.
Waiting in the wings, just waiting. Not hoping for sure, not wanting anyone to get hurt. But yeah, absolutely. In the hotel room, it's a different thing. It was an interesting time.
It's worth mentioning, you might know the Olympic teams, the players that were there. They are not the only players who contribute to the success of teams at the Olympics. As that one finds the line off the block, and Team De La Cruz will get another stop. And on this side as well, you're going to have bench players who can make a difference, come in, but also carry energy even if they're not on the floor.
It's super important, and it's amazing the impact that you can have even when you're not on the court, making them better in practice, pushing them every day, and then just generating a lot of energy.
And with Olympic teams, you talk about Olympic alternates, but even when they start an Olympic year, as that one is long, there are 20-plus athletes in the gym at the start of that Olympic season. And over the course of 4 years, in some cases, there are 40 to 50 athletes that cycle through that contribute to that environment, and whatever that result may be. What will the result be here in the second set? 18-16. We are tied right now in this match. And I say tied because it is the overall score that matters for the match. It is now +1 for Team De La Cruz. Scully Hunter will go back to serve. And they are at full strength in the front row once again, the women in purple. This is where they got a little bit of distance in the first set, just enough to hang on. Perfect pass. Hunter, platform just laid out there. Low over the top into the coffin corner.
Just too many shots. She's got them all. She's got every shot in her arsenal. Saw her blowing up the line a few times, hitting hard cross court, and then that last swing deep into the corner.
Well off the net. Wanabo. Dug up. There's the Simone Abbott that we were expecting to see. So Team Low is filling the corners on back-to-back swings.
And that's beautiful out-of-system set by Alieva. All the way from the end of the court. Big, big bomb by Simone Abbott deep into the court.
Alieva still at the line. Tried to go short, went a little too short. And when you were talking about a good miss before, that was the one long.
Yeah.
Is that a bad miss?
Yeah, that's
less than ideal.
Less than ideal.
De La Cruz has been ripping, as per usual. Right at Rosado. Wanabo, really love the way she's playing defense. And the conversion.
Wanabo is just everywhere. I mean, she's getting it done at the net, but yeah, like you said, Kevin, her defensive play has been unbelievable. I mean, this is a hard rip. She makes a big move here.
First ever opportunity for these athletes to play together in the United States. You don't cross over. You played a separate college. You're All-Americans, as Wanabo and McClendon both were. What a great opportunity. Hunter digging the ball. That right back is playing some D. That ball off the net. There's Simone Abbott once again, 2 in a row for her.
Simone Abbott, I mean, this is why they drafted her so early and so high. She has the ability to take over. When she gets her rhythm, gets her feet to the ball, take big swings off the edges of the block.
Tough serve from Crocker. A lot of pressure again on the outside, and McClendon up to the task. Teams trading points. Low maintaining that advantage, +1 right now. Side out would give them +2, and they'd be just a few away from taking 40 points with a set 2 victory. Currently trailing by 1 overall in the match. Low again. Did not get enough of it. Chunked it.
Is human. Yeah, it looks like she just kind of mishit that ball a little bit.
Should be a good rotation. Givenmeyer, Abbott, Low. And that ball wide but touched.
I'll tell you what, Simone Abbott has really impressed me with her serve receive so far tonight. You know, last week she was good, she was okay. She got in some trouble in spurts, but I haven't seen that at all tonight. They're driving the ball at her and she's handling it well.
Wannabu, touched. Got to convert this one, don't you?
Yep.
Abbott, down the line, wide. I think we might see a challenge here.
I think it was out. I was standing right here. So we'll see.
An indication from Captain Carstello that that ball was in. Challenging. Right now, we're at Deuces Wild.
This is a big call for the points of the set and for the overall points as well.
This one could be a little longer in the replay booth.
I'm gonna be clear that they're looking for in out or looking for a touch. I'm not quite sure yet.
Let's just pack in and see what we're looking at here. In or out?
I don't know yet.
We're working on it. Right now, 22-22 would put Team Dela Cruz +2 in the overall. Getting where the play is going to stand as you get a look at it at home. Ball is wide. I thought if anything it would have touched Hunter in the back row, but it went right through her hands. That's an open mouth gator. Didn't even touch the teeth. What is it? You can't touch the bottom jaw, you can't touch the top. There's one you can touch, and the gator bites you. There's one you can touch and it won't.
I'm really not sure. I'd have to ask my son.
I'm going to get that information before I try it.
It was all about that.
Backslide. Ball popped into the net. All right, so that point goes to Dela Cruz.
Big point, puts them ahead by 2 for the match.
That ball's long. But touch called. Carcelo was asking for it, and there was a slight delay.
She was pretty sure as soon as she hit the ball. No argument from De La Cruz, so they know.
Substitution, Aaron Ferris will come in. She will sub in for Team Low to serve for Abbott. And then a blocking sub will come in.
So now we'll see if they work the offense around the blocking sub.
Yeah, blocking and setting sub Eric Hanley comes in.
Or if they work Bastianelli behind or look to set Nwanabu out of the back row.
Right at that blocking sub, good touch. Hanley, Ferris, who's cold. Roll shot is good.
That was dirty.
How about that? They go to 24-22.
Man, I haven't seen a real shot like that in a long time.
That reminded me of a guy by the name of Damlin Inovic back in the day, Croatian. He played in Italy for a long time. Timeout called by Team Dela Cruz, signaled by Jung Park, our R1, Michelle Prater. You heard her earlier, right before she made the determination that ball was out. Both officials doing a very nice job in this match. Our updated Geico leaderboard. This comes in real time to you, the fan. Remember, every action, positive and negative, has an impact on the overall score for these athletes. Jordan Larson is going to be in action later against Team Edmond. Team Larson, Team Edmond will be our second match of the evening. For now, with Dani Dela Cruz and Karsta Lowe climbing up, Lowe has been scoring some points in bunches. She would love to get some set points. Let's get some sounds of the game.
Let's go, Crush! Yes! Nice!
Yes, Tasha! Yes, Ebony! Come on, come on. Yes! Oh.
We're taking you right down on the floor. Look at Karsta Lowe, captain of Team Lowe, 1 away from 40 points to be awarded. Set point. Not yet. Young Park signals it down, and play will continue. With a side out here, we would be tied heading into the third set. And I'm not talking about one apiece. We're talking about aggregate score.
That's what counts when you're looking at that whole entire match win. That total score.
Second set point opportunity for Team Lowe. Lowe out of the middle back. Yes! And we will hit set number 3, completely knotted at 48. This is the situation you want. Top shelf volleyball, tightly contested. Our first match of 6 on the weekend. Lowe and Dela Cruz will play a pivotal third set. 100 set points yet to be rewarded. 40 for the set, 60 for the overall. Individual points piling up. Athletes Unlimited volleyball on full tilt here on Saturday night.
Athletes Unlimited is just a really cool. Athletes Unlimited is just a really cool opportunity for female volleyball players who want to play overseas and want to have a professional career, and then they have to sacrifice so much playing overseas for 9 months, 10 months at a time. And so it's a really cool opportunity to be in the States and then have foreign players come experience volleyball in the States. And I think it's just huge for girls who have spent a lot of years and put in a lot of time playing overseas and just playing at the collegiate level as well.
Tonight's match presented by Meriter Wealth Advisors. Hard-fought action inside Fair Park Coliseum. We enter the third tie. 45 world-class players are in this league. We have redrafted for this second weekend of competition. Remember, it's an individual title inside of a team sport. We've shown you the Geico leaderboard, and we will update that as we go. Our scoring system looks like volleyball. Playing at 25, win by 2 in all 3 sets. But the overall is what matters. That's why we're at 48-48. And you, the fan, if you join at any paid level, the Unlimited Club, you too can vote for MVP and add points to your favorite player's score. There is a look at how the individual points stack up. Team success, as well as MVP points, plus all of your individual actions will add up to your total score on the leaderboard. Hey, leading into our weekends here in Dallas, we asked our players to talk about self-belief and a time of reflection and reflect on their career and how it has been affected by those self-beliefs.
Every athlete has dealt with that situation some point in their career, whether it's every season or in a game. There's always that little glimmer of doubt that pops in and creeps into your head, but overcoming that and moving on to the next thing is what makes volleyball a great sport, because it's constantly moving and you have to forget the last point to move on to the next point. And I think most players have to dig deep every game and really try their hardest to stay on top of their game.
Erica Hanley, the lefty who captained Minnesota from the setter position, 15 through 18. Played in Finland and the Czech Republic, couple of championships there, and actually grew up in Montana before transferring for her senior year of high school to Minnesota, where she ended up playing there. And actually a backup in college who prepped for pro career. This was what she wanted to do. Fans, here's what we want you to do. We want you to own a piece of Athletes Unlimited history with the first ever Topps trading card set for professional volleyball. The limited edition sets will feature all 45 athletes, plus additional cards about the league. There'll also be randomly inserted serial numbered parallels, including player autographs and gold 1-of-1s. Sets are available now through April 2nd. Go to Topps.com for your only opportunity to get this unique collectible. Get there today. Look at Team De La Cruz. Selena Rockwell, we are tied. This is kind of a dream scenario for you, the fan, to enjoy the scoring system in full. Third set, winner takes 40 points. Winner is going to take 60 points. So this is a 100-point set.
It's a lot of points. There's so many points on the table. When you look at the leaderboard, the next time we show it and it pops up, think about those numbers being added in. Okay, who's going to win this set? Who can grab all of those points and the total score? And maybe we'll go to an extra
few points.
Extra.
We can't go to any extra because we're tied. So somebody has to win by 2 in that third.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
This is it. This is a dream scenario. 100 points go to whoever wins this, because you're going to get the 40 for the set. You're going to get the 60 for the overall. And you saw the leaderboard there. Listen, we played 3 matches. Everybody played 3 matches last week, and you saw the point totals. Point totals were 800, right? 700, 800. So you can add in, just in this one set, a whole 100 extra points. And adding in to point number 1 is Corey Crocker, leading blocker in week 1. There's some offense from the number 77. I also do love the numbers. Volleyball, take note. Athletes Unlimited has innovated here. Everyone has individual numbers. It's not limited by some artificial thing you set up 100 years ago. Off the hands, out of bounds. Let's get some brands going for some of these athletes worldwide. Who's number 7 on the men's side? Anybody know?
It's been really nice to have these numbers.
Yeah, the most famous number 7, Jiba. Anyone know the most famous number 32 in volleyball? No, there isn't one. There isn't one. They don't let anybody wear 32. It's dumb. Here they do. It's smart. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball. Down to the back line, Karsta Lowe. Nothing short of fantastic in this match offensively. They're going to need her in this third set.
And this is where she's been so successful, just cutting that ball down the line, chopping it outside of the block.
Wannabu has to deal with that one. Abbott as well. Pushed right to the net. Now the pineapple's no good. About half the pineapples you buy are no good. Outside, Abbott. No, De La Cruz with a touch out of bounds.
De La Cruz almost came up with that ball, laid out, just stabbed it with one hand, and couldn't quite come up with it. Big swing by Abbott here, off the high hands of Ebony Nwanobu, but De La Cruz tries to come away with it and can't. See if they keep working Deja McClendon here in serve receive.
McClendon dug, Abbott. Excellent touch by the block. De La Cruz the other way. You get an idea just how hard it is to get a kill inside these fairgrounds. Oh! Hit like a carnival duck. Collect your bear or Rasta banana, your choice.
I think it got her. That was a big swing right on the side of the head. Maybe shoulder, side of the head. That's a lot. That's a lot to take.
This one's going outside. Abbott wide.
Those are the plays when the ball's way off the net, when the ball's set by someone, maybe a non-setter. You got to convert or at least chop in play and keep that ball in play.
Abbott in negative territory, 2 kills, 7 errors on 18. There's a Gibbermeyer swing that finds Terraflex.
Gibbermeyer's been a little bit quiet, but when they're getting her the ball, she's able to put it down. Team low just needs to control the ball, keep handling it, passing well, get that ball to Gibbermeyer while she's in the front row.
We've seen Wannabu punish some Mikasa's. That time, a little soft touch.
A little finesse. Well, that's what makes her so good. I mean, they're back deep, ready for that hard hit ball, expecting it to be blasted, and she just tips over the top, and it's hard to accelerate through that from that point.
Alieva through the block. Wannabu again there with the defense. And De La Cruz is always there with the offense. That will be for Captain De La Cruz.
It's such a quick play out of the back row. Wannabu makes this dig. You see her flying, and look where she lands, almost even at the net, crushing that ball to the deep corner.
Yeah, De La Cruz, 6 kills in this match. Pretty spread out offense, 5-4. Saved by McClendon. Nice work with the platform up high. Low. Long. Touch or not? No, no touch.
No touch called. Again, Wannabu with some defense on the right side of the court. Couple of digs in that rally.
Just Lowe's second error. She has 20 kills. That's why she's atop that leaderboard. It not only has been an offensive performance, it's been an efficient offensive performance by Karsta Lowe, team captain. 6-4 the lead here in the third. Overpass. Another one put away by Betania De La Cruz. She absolutely tore up Japan near a decade ago now. She had 2 matches where she had over 50 points. 50!
Unbelievable.
Alieva pounds it through. She's played in Turkey, Italy, and Azerbaijan. Uzbek native, 6'1". First extended action we've seen for Alieva. She has impressed.
She's playing really well. I like how she controls the ball. She can set the second ball really well and has a nice vision at the net.
Yeah, it hasn't been a ton of kills, but she has unloaded on some balls, punched them through the block. Low digs McClendon. There's an Alieva kill, back to back for Odie.
I like that fire. She's bringing some energy for Team Low. Getting them going because they need more offense. It can't just be Carcelo scoring from them. So it's nice to have another offensive option.
And you'd like to spread those blockers out. Lowe slid up underneath it, did not get enough of it. Mentioned the offensive output of Lowe. That's McClendon now. Over 5 kills a set. 16 kills from McClendon. Right in front of Lowe. Battle of the Captains won by De La Cruz. We're enjoying Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on one of our 5 distribution channels here for our digital Saturday night. Kevin Barnett alongside Selena Rockwell. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast here from Fair Park Coliseum in Dallas, Texas, host to Athletes Unlimited Volleyball through the month of March. This is week 2 of 5 of competition in the inaugural voyage of Athletes Unlimited. Let's take a look at our Geico leaderboard, if we can. Let's see who's climbing up that thing right now as it's 9-6. Karsta Lowe, Jordan Larson will be in action in just a little bit. And it's filled with players now who are on court. Gibemeyer in the 5th spot.
Well, and we can't emphasize enough how much these set and match points are going to play into all of this. You add another 40, 60 points onto any one of these scores, they're really going to jump up there. So we'll see where we are at the end of this match.
Yeah, McClendon with those 16 kills, no errors on 29. So Deja McClendon is making a bid. So much will change between now and Monday night. We'll be on Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports 2 Monday evening with the last 2 matches of the weekend. As you look at our score, 57-54, Team De La Cruz with the lead. That's them in purple right there. Captain number 81, Betania De La Cruz. The Big Beth.
The Big Beth.
On Instagram, at The Big Beth. Taiba Hanif Park, the coach, broke out the purple dye.
She did. She's got her hair purple right now.
Yeah.
Respect it.
Let's take a look at our Geico defensive play of the game. What could it be? Yeah. I don't think it's any surprise to block for Team De La Cruz. They've picked up a number of big ones.
Had a lot of big blocks on the left side and the right side.
Bastianelli alongside McClendon for that one. At the end of the season, we will be awarding the Geico Defensive Player of the Year. This Athletes Unlimited medal will come with an added $5K bonus for the winner.
It's a nice little chunk of change.
Yeah.
I'd take it.
I'm going to go out there and dive for a ball. There's a block right back. And you mentioned it on the right side. This time it's Hunter, the center in the front row with Bastianelli.
It's a big block. What they do so well right now, they're so in sync and perfectly timed, just pressing over the net. They don't have to be super high right now, just getting over the net, disciplined.
Bastianelli, who played with Samantha Silliger-Swenson in France until COVID hit more than a year ago. Wanabo with the tip, and that finds the floor. Boy, back-to-back points here. De La Cruz 11-6.
Stretching it out just a little bit. So they're up by 5 in that overall score.
59-54. Ebony Wanabo, #1 draft pick in week 2. Kylo is proud of you. And waiting at the hotel. That's her dog.
Her beautiful dog, who is so sweet.
There are double-digit dogs with the athletes here.
Tip is good again, this time on the other side, De La Cruz.
You see Lowe kind of look at Rosado, hoping she'd fly across there and pick up that ball. In between both of them, Rosado just couldn't get all the way across the court to pick it up.
Clinton already won ace. That one, a laser right on Abbott. Ebony is just piling up digs.
It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm obsessed with it right now.
That ball's still alive. Third touch. Low underneath, tip, not this time. I think you got to give that point to the law firm.
For sure.
Nomaris, Velez, and Augusto kept it alive. It went off of someone's head. She popped it up.
Kept it going, and that's what liberos do. They're in there just flying in, trying to keep the ball alive. And Lowe makes a huge play and then just can't come up with the second one. Tough to get up and then back down again.
Substitution as entering the game would be Erica Hanley, who you saw earlier. Mentioned she grew up in Montana, played softball through high school. Mom coaches NAIA softball there. Maybe she can make a move to the softball league too. First two-way athlete.
Maybe.
Athletes Unlimited.
So.
It's been a while. Odie, block out. They call it in Italy, money out.
Money out.
Hands out.
Well, it's a smart money out play by Alieva.
Yeah, here it's money out because you're getting points on the leaderboard.
You see her turn her hand and her arm to tool off the edge of the block.
You can join in the conversation. AU Pro Sports on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. As Taylor Bruns goes back. That ball's thrown out of bounds. Hunter looking for a touch. Nothing called. Bethany De La Cruz on top of it. Her setter, emphatic that that one was touched.
Well, and as a setter, you kind of know, you can feel it. You can feel the pressure of the ball into someone else's hand.
Kelly Hunter, winner of a national title in 2017 at Nebraska for her now boss, John Cook. Of course, that program in Nebraska built by Terry Pettit, carried on by John Cook. Incredible success. What do you see there, Selena?
Well, so she's looking for that touch. She feels like she thought the blockers touched the ball as she's tipping it over the net.
Thing is, I don't see the ball spin. The ball is spinning backwards when she touches it very slightly, and it continues to spin backwards.
We'll see if we see another angle and see if we can get a...
If it touched the fingertips, that would spin forward.
A different look at it.
A little zoom in action for you.
The question is, does it touch that left hand?
Question is, what do you say?
Oh, I'm not sure yet.
I'm going to say no. Yeah. No touch.
Yeah, I'm not.
As called, no touch.
I mean, if I could see just one more look, but yeah.
Decision coming. And a touch call. I don't know. So I'm hitting in negative territory.
Welcome.
Yeah, that's right. Michelle Pritter with the call there.
So Team De La Cruz kind of making another surge here. Stretching out that overall match score, 62-55 right now.
Lowe had a little stutter step on the approach.
And Lowe does a nice job here, just readjusting, still finding that hole between the block. You see the Nia Grant's not quite there. Betty De La Cruz doesn't finish right on time, so she finds that little space.
There's a heater. Those Mikasa is pretty durable, but we are definitely testing the limits with Ebony Wanabo.
Well, and this is just, look at that power behind her swing. She rears back, tons of torque in her body, and she's able to find that area of the court on the floor.
De La Cruz inside the block, out of bounds. Well, she tends to come over the top of that one more than she hits it sideways like that.
She does. She does. Tries to hit that sharp cross court. Watch her hand drop and that thumb drop down to try and hit the ball inside the block. She just cut it a little bit too much.
Opportunity. Team low to get closer. There you go. Don't panic, still time. 15-10, just down 5.
There's lots of time. And when you're passing well, Nia Grant got caught in the middle, just kind of wasn't able to get to the outside at all, and then it's a one-on-one opportunity for Abbott.
Tip is good, but Dania De La Cruz has shown you a myriad of ways to get a kill. (16-10) in this set, and 64-58 in the overall. Remember that right now, we were coming out tied out of that second set. So this is a 100-point third set to be played. Off the hands and out of bounds, goes low.
That's the benefit of having low. I mean, you have Betty De La Cruz who's ripping jump serves. It may not be a perfect pass, but you can still fling it back to the low.
Low working on McClendon. Rosado with a dig. Conversion, no. One-on-one, that one's in the tape. A rare miss from De La Cruz.
Well, that's a tough ball. That ball wasn't really leading too much in front of the 10-foot line, so De La Cruz didn't get a real good lead on that ball, couldn't fly into it that much, and then just ended up hitting it into the tape.
64-60. That would have been a lift. Yeah, I'm still in favor of the lift. I don't like the double, but that was a lift. Yeah, I agree, Lauren Gippenmeyer.
Yeah, Lauren Gippenmeyer saying the same thing to the ref right now.
Yeah, Young Park, I think you missed this one.
So game is still within reach. The match, I should say, 65-60.
Yeah, both. Set, match. Oh, Bastianelli with another stop. The lead will now be 66-60.
Allie Bastianelli has always been a good blocker. I've seen her in college playing at Illinois. She gets over there, gets her hands over. Again, doesn't have to be super high, but in the right spot, shaping those hands back into the court.
Played for Kevin Hanley as well as Chris Thomas, who's the current head coach. Hanley moving over to Stanford. That block is out of bounds. 66-61. It's kind of a fun opportunity to say we're playing 66-61 with a cap at 25.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it's a little wonky.
When you say it that way.
It's weird when it's said that way, but it's quite simple.
It's true.
Going to play a set to 25, win by 2. And in this case, that's going to mean you've won the match by 2. Bastianelli right into the campfire.
They've had a lot of success, kind of right in that middle area of the court, either if it's off the block or if it's a tip or a roll shot. A lot of success by De La Cruz.
Because we were tied coming out of that second set, all 100 points ride directly on this third set without any math calculations. That 60 normally rides on whatever happens in the third, but it sometimes can happen earlier if you're up big. Low. Right past the outstretched arm of the law.
I like that. That was good. And Lowe, seeing the block of Bastianelli, Deja McClendon's not there to help on the blocking side. She cuts it just past the block.
Damaris Velez taking a semester off to play in the league here in law school. That ball kept alive. Odie pops it over with the right arm. Another backslide. This time it's emphatic from 55.
That easy play, they're going to convert on this every time. Perfect pass, beautiful set by Kelly Hunter, all the way out to the pin. One-on-one opportunity. Bastianelli has either direction that she can go, and she chooses down the line.
Bastianelli, a little shout out to Joan and Greg, mom and dad. Mom played volleyball, basketball. Dad played football. Currently chief of police. Back home, 6'8" chief of police. Yeah, I'll listen to that man. Oh, you know what? I'm mixing up my Michiganders. My bad.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the left-hander, Holly Tolley.
That is Holly Tolley. He's got the 6'8".
Yeah. Sorry, Greg. Not chief of police. I don't have that kind of power. I can't give you that position. That ball dug up. Oh, Dela Cruz right there under the block. Was there a touch? None indicated, and the ball was long.
Doesn't look like it. Missed the court. Nope, no arguments.
That's one of those, you missed the hands by a millimeter, you missed the court by a millimeter.
Yeah. And you kind of think it might be one of each, and then you're like, yeah, actually, no.
I think that actually hit the hash.
It did hit the hash.
The corner there.
I got a 4-point ball game right now.
Blocked back. Ebony Wanabu is stopped.
Big points.
Things not heard often in this match.
And the block's just in the right spot at the right time. You see her reaching, really stretching out, trying to hit this ball. Again, Alieva doing a really nice job for Team Lowe. I like what she's providing offensively and defensively at the net.
Tough one there because you as the hitter thought she wasn't there. She came up late.
Super late.
Nice dig by Dolly. Chopped down the line just wide. Smart shot, but missed. (21-17). Well, now Team Lowe is running out of time.
See her cut this ball just a little bit too much down the line.
Cross-court winner for Wanabu once again. Just giving out some souvenirs. If we had people to grab those Micassas, could be on their way.
And Betty De La Cruz doing a nice job picking up that tip inside, and that's where you have Wanabu in the back row.
Bastianelli again. Team Lowe needs some points. They're down 5. 70-65 here. 100 points on the line. Now that'll help. But now you're going to have to make a move.
Yeah, that's a tough miss right now.
They have scored with Alieva at the line as she steps back to serve. Does a little inside-out one-footer. De La Cruz in the front row. Grant alongside her. Wanabu out of the back row. No, it's missed. There's one. Within 3, 70-67.
So Team De La Cruz just needs to pass the ball well. Kelly Hunter can run this offense.
Tip, dug up. No swing to be had. Here's Wanabu. She has a swing. Did a good job of keeping her out of that first attack.
Yeah.
But the reset from De La Cruz.
Well, I like that. A ball that's tight for De La Cruz. She hits it right into the block. And Ebony Wanabu, I mean, just a lot of heat. It's hard and it's fast and it's high. The block was almost there. I mean, she found that seam right in the middle of it.
That ball chiseled, NVA under it. Low, tried to go hands out, didn't work. Ooh, another blast.
But it was two huge defensive stops on Carstello. Damaris Velez back there to play the defense, and then a nice touch by Betty.
Set, match, point. This is a 100-point ball right now. Blocked! Nia Grant wins it for Team De La Cruz. So Nia Grant went late in the draft. She pays off. We wondered who the steal of the draft might be. This is a good case for Nia Grant.
Big commit block at the end of the match to win it, to win the set and to win all the points for her team.
73-67, the final. Each player clad in purple will receive 100 points in total. 60 for that winning of the overall match, 40 for victory in set 3. Well, that was a lot of fun to have that 100-point set in the third. Thank you to our presenting court partner, Geico, for their support of Athletes Unlimited. All right. Team De La Cruz is going to get through a little cool down here. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball is sponsored by Guaranteed Rates. We will be here in Dallas throughout the rest of the month looking for our individual champion to be crowned after our 5th week. Deja McClendon, 17 kills on 33 attempts, just 2 errors. And saw a lot of serves. We expected that. Kind of the glue person to begin this Athletes Unlimited League in week number 1. Deja McClendon produced an offensive explosion and add a little defense to that.
Well, McClendon, I think they drafted her for a reason. They wanted her to be able to do everything, pass balls and handle the ball, but she did absolutely everything for their team.
There is Deja McClendon. Deja, congratulations on the victory for your team, the overall, and a nice match by you. What was going well for you early on that allowed you to be in such a good offensive rhythm?
Thanks, guys. I think it was a change in what my mindset was on attacking. I wanted to be aggressive and swing high, and I was aiming for those deep corners and off the hands early in the game, and it worked out for me.
Deja, they were putting some pressure on you passing-wise again. They're coming after you, man. They're coming after you, but you handled it well. Talk a little bit about that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely tough with so many different servers out there. I mean, we really had to stay in the zone, and especially with these new girls that we're passing with, we had to work on that seam. So I struggled a little bit in the beginning, but if we could just keep it high and off and try to keep those errors low, then that was going to work for us.
So congratulations on the win tonight. What are you going to do to recover? You're going to get some rest. You got to come back again tomorrow.
I got an ice bath waiting for me.
All right, congratulations, Deja.
Thank you.
Deja McClendon leaves with a whole host of team points, victory in the overall, as well as set 1 and set 3. On the other side, mentioned the 17 kills for McClendon. In the match, she was only bested by 1 player. That was Karsta Lowe, 4-team Lowe, 23 kills on 44. Again, just 2 errors, Salima. Just 2 errors on 44.
I mean, and that's just something you don't see every day. It doesn't matter who you are, but Karsta Lowe was ready tonight and bringing the heat. They wanted to set her. They went to her over and over again. And she delivered. Just couldn't come up with a win.
We're changing setters every week, and so you wonder how these connections are going to go. You saw Deja McClendon, who was in excellent rhythm, along with Kelly Hunter, and on the other side for Karsta Lowe, it was a connection with Taylor Bruns that was new, but Karsta, you started by swinging down the line quite a bit, which is foreign territory for a lot of lefties. Then you went back to the angle. Looked like you and your setter Taylor Bruns were able to really connect.
Yeah, we were. We didn't have a lot of practice together, but yeah, I think we had a rhythm, and you know, she gives me the ball nice and fast with a little bit of height, so it's great.
So looking ahead, what do you guys need to work on? You got to flush some things out as a team. What do you think the biggest areas of focus are going to be up for you before tomorrow?
Yeah, so we made a lot of passing upgrades through the match. I think as long as we can maintain that, and then I think just executing small plays, you know, there's just balls falling that shouldn't, or balls that could be, you know, a good out of system set, rolling it to the net, and we're just really not executing those and just terminating them. So I think just focusing on more termination and swinging high and swinging aggressive. You know, I told Simone she was taking some rips and they were blocking them, but they were super coverable, and I was like, those are great recycle plays. Keep doing those, you know, keep staying aggressive, and we will keep transing and get a kill.
Fans of the league hadn't seen a lot of Odina Alieva. We got finally a serving of her in this match. What did you know with her on the bench that you could bring in to a match when you needed it?
Yeah, she's a strong passer, so she brought that passing ball control that we needed in serve receive, and I think she really upgraded that and upgraded it for all the passers. And yeah, she's a great swinger. She can, you know, take some high rips, and when she does, it's really successful.
All right, let me take you forward to tomorrow night. You'll be facing off against Team Larson. You're used to being on the same side as number 10. What's it going to be like to be on the other side?
Yes, it is a rivalry in my head, at least. I would love to beat her. And yeah, she's a strong outside, and you know, she's formidable and has a lot of shots. So I think putting up a good block against her is really important, and keeping the serve away from her.
Stay away from Jordan Larson. All right, Karsta, thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thanks.
Karsta Lowe checking in, coming off a tough loss here. Competitive match against Team Dela Cruz. Just our first of the evening. Remember, we have another match coming up. There is Jordan Larson alongside Willow right there.
Her #1 draft pick of the week.
Willow Johnson. So they will face off with Team Edmond. So you have two players play the same position, one just out of college in Leah Edmond, one in Jordan Larson, who's been an international star, multiple-time Olympian, multiple-time medalist, and they are both in the leaderboard. Our top 4, this can't get much better.
It really, really can. I mean, and we're going to see how things flushed out after these points. All right, here we are in the leaderboard.
Now, the Geico leaderboard has Karsta Lowe on the strength of her individual performance climbing. Remember, not a lot of team points for her, but enough that she's atop the leaderboard for the moment. Remember, we have our match coming up. Do not forget to come back. We will be right back where you are now for a second helping of volleyball here from Dallas. 8:30 p.m. Eastern on our digital channels. Edmond versus Larson. For Shalima Rockwell, I'm Kevin Barnett. Goodbye for now from Dallas. And congratulations to Team Dela Cruz. Coverage continues shortly.